Hello, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to take one of your edited photographs of London and then change it so that you've got part in colour, part in black and white with this kind of strong circle design in the centre. So the first thing you need to do is open up one of your edited photographs in Photoshop. If you can't see your layers palette, you need to make sure that's visible. So go Window and then Layers, and there it is. We've got the background selected. Okay, before I do any duplications of the layer, I need to crop the image because this is going to go across a double page spread of the zine. Go to the crop tool, make sure it's on width, height and resolution, and then the width is 20 centimeters, the height is 15, and the resolution is 300 pixels per inch. So I'm quite happy with where that's cropping the image to, so then just let the tick. And then I'm going to zoom out, so Command minus on the keyboard. So I'm going to unlock this background layer, so double click on the padlock and then OK. And to duplicate it, layer, duplicate layer, OK. So I've got one on top of the other. I'm going to hide this one here, so click on the eye and then select layer 0. This one I'm going to take the colour out, so desaturate it, image adjustments, and then channel mixer and select monochrome. Okay, so there's several ways of desaturating an image, that's just one of many. And so if I bring back this layer on the top, I've got a colour one on top of a black and white layer. Next thing to do is to add some guidelines so I know where the centre point is. So View, New Guide. At vertical it's going to be 10 centimeters. View, New Guide. Horizontal will be 7.5. So I now know that that's the centre of the image. Okay, so to create a circle, to mark out a circle, you need to go over to your toolbar and use the shape tool here and then select the ellipse tool. And up here, make sure it's on no fill, so it's not going to fill the shape with any colour, and the stroke, so it's got no outline as well. What you need to do is hover over the centre point of the guidelines, hold down, click on the mouse, hold down the shift button and then hold down, click on the mouse and then drag away from that point and you'll get a perfect circle. Once you're happy with the size, let go of the mouse, then let go of the shift button, get rid of that, and we have a path selected. So to create that, turn that into a selection, you need to go over to your paths palette here and right click. So on the keyboard it's Control and the mouse and make selection of 0 pixels. Okay, so you got the marching ants. What I need to do is create a few more duplicates of this layer. So I'm going to create 2 more. So if you select the layer, duplicate, OK, layer, duplicate, OK. And then I'm going to just hide those ones, so get rid of them. So now I've got the ellipse and then I've turned that into a selection. If I select layer 0, copy, and I'm going to invert the selection, so make sure everything around this is selected. So select inverse and then hit delete on the keyboard, then select inverse and then everything within the marching ants is selected again. Then over here on the layers palette, at the moment those two are normally blended. I'm going to go from normal to overlay. And then I'm going to reduce the selection, so contract it. So select, modify, contract by 30 pixels. Okay, that. And then I want to make sure that this layer here is brought back. So select the eye. And I'm going to inverse around it again and delete the pixels. So select, inverse, delete, and then select inverse. And now everything within those marching ants on the new layer has been selected. Go over to the blending mode where it says normal, choose multiply, so it creates this kind of darker circle. It's a bit much at the moment, so I'll take it down to about 75% or so. And then repeat the same process. So select layer 0, copy 3, bring that back and reduce the selection. So select, modify, contract by 30 pixels, select inverse, so select everything around it, delete, select inverse again, then I've got within the marching ants selected, and the next stage I'm going to select the overlay and then rotate this. So to do that, edit, free transform, hold down shift and then just rotate it slightly so you get this kind of overlaid layer. Select the tick, and then again you can have a look at the opacity just to reduce that a little bit, and then to deselect those marching ants, Command D, and there we have a kind of final design. So the last stage would be to remove the guidelines, view, clear guides, and then file, save as. I'm going to save it twice, so I'll call it circle design 1 and save 1 as a PSD, so it has all the layers that I've created. They will save, so save and OK, and then the version that will be put into InDesign, file, save as, and change it from a PSD, a Photoshop document, to a JPEG, save, and then replace. OK. OK, thank you.